Takakesho knows how to party. Takakesho
knows how to party.
In the hay, fixing them matches.
God damn it. You're wrong.
Rockin'.
You're not incorrect, but you're wrong.
Hinka rockin'.
Oh, you're too good.
If I'm wrong, I don't want to be right.
Oh, shit. But,
you know what I was thinking about?
Huh?
You know how in the ancient Roman Colosseum with the gladiators, they used to have some random slave that they would take off the street and like hand them like a brass sword.
Yeah.
And like a rickety like wooden buckler and like throw them into the Colosseum and have them fight a giraffe.
Oh, Jesus.
Or some shit.
Or like a fucking lion or some shit. What the fuck? It's like, hey, we found this fucking crazy animal in like a land that no one has ever seen before. How about we give you a wooden sword so you can fight him? This
hippo just showed up on this ship that came to port recently.
Oh, Jesus.
Why don't you try to stab it to death?
No. That's fucked up.
Okay, but what if that, but sumo?
Oh my God. You know, fucking... There was that guy, that karate guy, Maz Oyama. He fucking, the Kyokushin karate guy. You know, we saw that movie where he like moved out into the mountains and beat the shit out of himself with like rocks and logs and stuff until it became so fucking tough.
He was originally from Korea, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
And then he fucking like went and just beat everybody up. After his body was just so used to being pummeled and shit, no one could kick his ass anymore. And so legend has it that he fought like 52 bulls or something like that. And like, yeah, he was like, you know, fucking using like knife hand techniques to like chop their horns off and shit. And they were saying that he could actually like kill a bull with one strike.
What the fuck?
Yes, there was, I saw something, and of course it's on fucking Wikipedia. You can't really trust Wikipedia that much, but it was like people called him the Godhead.
The Godhead?
The Godhead.
Because of the bull thing?
Because of the bull thing. Because he could chop horns off of a bull with his...
What the fuck?
I'm sure he was a pretty badass motherfucker, and Kyokushin karate is still around today.
Okay, but also, like, imagine, like, fucking Abi in there supariing a fucking bull.
Giraffe. What the fuck?
A giraffe, yeah.
Oh my God, that bull would just get so pissed. But, you know, they do have... I was listening to Sumo Kaboom. They have Ushizumo. It's like the bulls do their own sumo.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so there's not like an actual rikishi. It's just between two bulls. They just lock horns and just kind of like push each other around, trying to see who gives ground first.
Man, I've been thinking about that for a while now. Like, what if sumo wrestler plus like rhinoceros? I don't know.
Oh God, or
sumo
anteater.
Wrestler plus anteater
or
what?
taper. Capybara.
You know, a capybara is like as big as like a medium-sized dog, right?
Oh, well, shit. Well, okay, Enho versus
all
10 capybara.
All it knows how to do is hinka.
Oh, God. All right, Enho versus 10 capybara. I would watch that.
What the fuck?
Sumo Punx, Sumo Punx, Sumo Punx, Sumo Punx. Sumo Punx, Sumo Punx, Sumo Punx, Sumo Punx. Sumo Punx, Sumo Punx, Sumo Punx, Sumo Punx. Sumo Punx, Sumo Punx, Sumo Punx, Sumo Punx.
Hi, my name is Sabrina, and you're on drugs.
My name is Matt, and all I wanted was a Pepsi. Just one Pepsi.
And this is Sumo Punx.
Is that what your institution said it was? Professional, protect me from the enemy of myself.
I went to your schools. I went to your churches.
I went to your Osaka prefectural gymnasiums. So what are you trying to say? That I'm Makuuchi?
How can you say what my brand of sumo is?
How could you know? How could you say what my brand of sumo is? Oh,
there's a little suicidal tendency for you folks. Welcome to the podcast, Sumo Punx. Woo!
So this one has some meat.
Yeah, this is a meaty podcast.
So we went to the Rollertown Beer Works launch of their House of Warlords Japanese lager, and it was a huge celebration. We have some coverage of that event. And then we have days 1 and 2 of the 2022 Haru Basho, which we are. Oh my God, there is just so much drama, so much wild shit happening from every fucking corner. Piece of the doyo fucking got broken off. Shit's going wild. Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria.
All right, well, let's get to it.
You've probably seen it on our social medias, but there was an event at Rollertown Beer Works. I just went blank.
Rollertown.
Yeah. Rollertown Beer Works in Salina, Texas. I was seriously convinced it was Salina this whole time.
Salina.
Yeah, it's Salina.
Well, it's Texas, so.
Yeah. Well, there's a Salina, Kansas, too, and it looks like it's spelled Salina.
I shouldn't say that because there's definitely a lot of parts of Texas where they know how to fucking pronounce things right because... There's a higher, Latino population in those areas. This is small town, suburban.
Like north of Prosper. I'm from Pawnee, Oklahoma, and I think it's comparable. It's maybe, what would you say, 1,000 people, maybe 1,500 people?
As far as population?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, I don't know. It might be a little bigger than that. Maybe, It may even have a good 10 grand as far as population.
I didn't see a Walmart.
Well, I mean, we didn't see the whole town either.
Oh, true,
the Walmart was probably on the other side of the
We saw the Tractor Supply store, though.
Yes, we did see the Tractor Supply
And the Salina Asian Bistro. I was super curious about
Oh, inside the 7-Eleven?
Fuck yeah, inside the 7-Eleven. Oh, that 7-Eleven was cool. That guy was pretty awesome. He hated his job.
Oh.
But no, Rollertown was seriously
That place
gracious.
was cool.
Yeah, they were really fucking cool. And the owner, I believe, is named Tommy. And
I didn't get his name.
I think that was his name. If I'm wrong, I apologize. But anyway, he was really fucking cool, and he wanted to roll out kind of like a celebration. Like if he were to make a beer that was from any particular culture, he would want to try and celebrate and show respect to that culture and roll out his beer. And I don't know exactly what other beers, he's done that with, but that just seems to kind of be his thing. But this one, he contacted the Japanese consulate, and said, hey, what can I do? That's, celebratory and respectful. And they recommended these taiko drummers. And it's Makio from Excuse Me Dallas, YouTuber. And
Yeah.
Excuse Me Dallas is really cool. And we've been on her channel before and vice versa. And not us being Dallas Sumo Club, not Sumo Punx. But we're still getting out there. Anyway, so she was there, and it was her taiko drum group. They were really fucking cool. It's really awesome to watch. But they found us, Dallas Sumo Club from Texas Monthly, and they were like, "Oh fuck yeah, taiko drums, sumo, Japanese lager, fuck yeah, we're doing this." And it was seriously super fucking cool.
Yeah, they just crafted this whole event.
They had a goddamn snow cone truck, and I forgot to get a snow cone. I feel so bad. I just wanted a snow cone.
Oh, God.
Everyone else had crisp, fresh, cold beer, but not Matt. I was drinking water, and I was like, you know what? This is all going to be worth it when I could go get a fucking snow cone.
I think we were too hungry and
Yeah,
we
I
weren't
was very
thinking
hungry.
because we found this place that was 20 miles away to go eat at, and it wasn't even any good.
I know. It was good. I was so hungry.
Also, I've never seen a food truck that had lobster before.
Yeah, that was wild.
I don't know if I would eat lobster out of a food truck.
I don't know, man. I've eaten some pretty gourmet shit out of food trucks before.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you had Japanese hot dogs out of a food truck? That is the way to go.
I've never had a Japanese hot dog.
Oh.
What do they put on Japanese hot dogs?
Like mayo and seaweed and fucking, you could get horseradish, fucking wasabi.
Kind of like a,
And they could cut it up like an octopus too if you want to.
Oh, fuck, what do you call those things? Like the little Japanese pizzas. The word is right on the tip of my tongue. Fuck.
You lost it.
You know what? I'll think of it in 5 minutes and just blurt it out.
I know. That happens all the time.
When we're talking about something else.
Which we did go off on a tangent. So we were at the Beer Works, and it was fucking cool. A really badass celebration. They had the doyo set up where it looks like it was maybe just like a sitting area. They had a bunch of TVs and these, some beers aging in barrels, and we had a pretty good size, and some little kids got out there. You know, we were like, you know, watching these little kids wrestle, and that was pretty cool.
I'm just glad that they had those big bay doors, garage doors open,
Yeah.
so there was like outside air flowing through, because nobody in that place was wearing a mask except me and you and Liz.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, small towns like that, you know, everybody feels like they know everybody, and they get super comfortable with it, and then some of them probably, you know.
Well, after I got about 3/4 of the way through my first beer, I wasn't panicking so much about it anymore.
Yeah.
But I think that you guys really put on like a good show for these people, because they were fucking into it.
I'm glad.
They really were.
Man, that was like the wildest fucking shit like in the world. Like Dakota, like just hanging from fucking.
I know, like he
just
was
from
trying
Khalil's
to do
belt.
some Ura shit.
I know, he did do some more shit. He's fucking defied gravity itself. He told gravity, fuck you, and just hung on for dear life. That kid as fucking Moxie. Seriously, though, that was like one of the, like, and the look on Kyle Faraday's face was priceless. It was so fucking great.
And the whole crowd just like screaming.
I think out of that whole event, I think like Dakota probably got the biggest cheers.
Yeah, everybody likes to root for the little guy, but that was some pretty fucking amazing sumo.
Seriously. You I don't know, you could never see anything like if it was two lightweights together like that, or two heavyweights, you know, just like one big guy, one little guy, only could something just that out of the world happen, you know.
I thought he had it like, and then all of a sudden, like, the match was over before I knew it, but like after he pulled that fucking move where he was just like, you remember the old posters with the cat hanging off the branch, and it's like, hang in there, you know? It kind of reminded me of that.
Definitely.
But yeah, like I don't think like Khalil really knew what to do after that happened, so like, you know, Dakota,
you just gotta start spinning him back around.
He almost got him.
He did.
He almost did. And then all of a sudden it was just, it was over. But
he got
fuck,
judoed.
dude, he's getting so good.
He is. It's fucking awesome. Yeah, that was like really fucking cool. And I would really like to do more stuff like that. I know this sounds fucking sick and wrong. I kind of wanted to do something where there's like, you know, a couple of punk bands and then fucking sumo. Like, let's go to fucking Rubber Gloves and just like, hey dudes, can these bands play and then like have us just do sumo outside? I don't know. I think that would be really fucking cool.
Fuck yeah, dude. I mean, they have stuff all the time where it's just like, you know, like a house show or something, but like somebody has like a ramp in their backyard and people are just like skateboarding and shit. Yeah. Or, you know, that show that you guys played at the fucking skate park.
Oh yeah.
You know, why can't you have like a punk show and sumo if you can have like a punk show and skateboarding, or like whatever the hell else? I
think it'd be fucking cool. I don't know.
I've
It's
seen
an idea
people
I'm toying
play
with.
cornhole at fucking punk shows before.
I like playing cornhole. That's a great game.
I just like saying cornhole.
I'm buying a cornhole set now. You've done it.
Did you see the ones that they had outside of the...
They had cornhole there?
You didn't notice?
At Rollertown?
Yes, they had like 4 of them set up. And they were all painted with like different designs and stuff. I didn't look too closely at them. All I really noticed was that they were each different.
I was too busy getting my ass kicked by Kyle Faraday. Didn't get to play cornhole. Thanks, Kyle.
Aww.
No, I'm just fucking with you. No, Kyle was a fucking powerhouse. That dude, seriously, like, he's like Broly. His fucking power is maximum. No, he seriously felt otherworldly strong.
Oh wow!
Like seriously, like I've you know gone up against some strong dudes, you know, and fucking you got Khalil who was like a fucking beast, you know, just. Yeah. But this guy felt like 5 Khalils, like in that Tachi eye. Like it took me by surprise, and I was like, oh fuck. I still want a rematch though. I'm really thinking about that. But man, he's the only sumo wrestler in Colorado, the only one. Aww. So he just trains, you know, by himself.
Why doesn't he just start his own sumo club?
I don't know. Huh. But he has some dudes that he trains with, like just regular wrestling. Oh. And it's possible that, you know, maybe he's wrestling first and foremost. That's, you know. and then just kind of like got into sumo. I mean, it's like, you see the guys that do judo, they might, let's give Brazilian jiu-jitsu a try, or shit, let's do some sambo. So to him, I think it's just like more of like another grappling art, since he's already kind of mastered and has the body for grappling, that it's like, let's see if I could adapt to these rules, or can I adapt to these rules?
I gotcha.
And so like, for me, sumo is it's part about observing the ritual, observing the ceremony, and kind of knowing where it comes from, and kind of finding that it kind of gives me a feeling of like I'm sharpening my martial spirit. Not martial as in I'm going to go pick on somebody, be an asshole or something like that, but it kind of makes me feel like I'm crafting that warrior part of me that wants to fucking, defend people, but also make sure people are fed. And
you're building discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. It just kind of burns like a fire in me, and I fucking love that feeling. And I don't think, I think a lot of people do get that feeling from it, and I can't say that I speak for Kyle, but I could tell that sumo spoke to him in a way, especially just like seeing how he wrestles, the way he wrestles, and just kind of feeling that force. So I definitely could see Greco-Roman and just freestyle wrestling in his movements.
Speaking of Greco-Roman, there were those brothers you were telling me about.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't
those
you say
dudes.
that's what they did? They did the Greco-Roman wrestling?
Yeah, that's what Jonathan was saying, is that they did Greco-Roman wrestling. But yeah, those guys had some upper body strength. Like, that was fucking cool, though. I don't remember their names right offhand. I think one of them...
But they said that they were going to come and, like, train with you guys.
Yeah, that's going to be fucking cool. I'm going to be stoked about that, because these guys seem strong. I didn't get to wrestle them, but I saw them wrestle, and they were doing King of the Hill, where you just, if you win, you stay in the dojo, and then you just, keep going until you lose. And they stayed in there few rounds, contending with some folks that have been wrestling for a while. So that was really fucking cool.
Fuck yeah, dude. Well, they should come on down to Dallas and get together with you boys. Right? And
I think they said that they lived in like around the fucking mid cities area. So if they're around the mid cities, that's not too far.
Maybe they can start their own sumo club.
Hell yeah. Texas already has however many sumo clubs. There's nothing wrong with a few more.
Right? Nah, give it a couple of years. There's going to be a sumo club in, like, every city in Texas.
Yeah, where are you at? Amarillo and Lubbock?
Yeah,
El Paso?
Where are you at? Waxahachie?
Yeah, Waxahachie. Fucking Tyler, where's your sumo club? Beaumont.
Fucking Denton, where's your sumo club?
Denton.
Fucking Plano.
I know. Yeah, Plano. I mean, I guess, I don't know, if every small town in Texas, or if every big city had their own, like, sumo club, that would make for some interesting shit. It really would.
Because then, like, I think if there were more sumo clubs that were, like, closer together, then you guys could do, like, you could get together and do practices together, or, like, have little mini, like, tournaments, I guess, or whatever you want to call them, against each other.
Little scrimmages.
Yeah.
But
why the fuck
I don't
not?
know. Texas is the size of a small nation.
Yeah.
Or even just a good-sized nation, so traveling to other cities in Texas is, like, akin to, like, someone from Boston driving down to fucking Philadelphia. It's a long way.
Well, they are going to be building that high-speed rail soon. Fucking get together with those, what's the one that's in Houston?
Oh, Shogeki.
Yeah, get together with those Shogeki guys.
Yeah, Nicholas Tan was really fucking cool. And thank you, Nicholas, for letting us use your fucking dojo. That you came through in a clutch, so thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah, that was super cool, dude.
And now, back to our 2022 coverage of the Haru Basho in Osaka.
Woo! Pew, 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 pew. I can't believe I started doing that at the same time. Anywho, Haru Basho started yesterday, technically. We're technically on day 2.
Yeah.
We're about to watch the Makuuchi.
Yeah, right now it's still Makuuchi day 2 because it's on in the background.
But we got some stuff to say about day 1.
Oh yes, day 1 of this Basho.
I thought it was pretty good. I thought there was some interesting things that, I don't know, you could speculate on.
And there was, like, some good matches in Juryo to whet the appetite.
Oh, yeah. There were a couple of notable matches in Juryo that I think we should probably touch on before we go into our picks of the Makuuchi fights.
So first and foremost, I don't have to gloss over this because everybody knows about it and everybody saw it, but there was Ruden's bout.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ruden had a bout. That's what we're leaving it as. Anyway, so the real thing that I wanted to talk about in Juryo was Atami Fuji. Oh my god. He went out there wearing his brand new red mawashi. His hair still looks a little bit short to get like the full on, oicho mage. So, he still kind of had his little, what do you call that? Makushita Shon mage, hanging out. So, but you can still see his little puffy cheeks. Oh my god, that kid's cheeks.
So cute. So this was Atami Fuji's Sekitori debut.
Yes, he is now a salaried Sekitori.
And he went up against Hakyozan.
Oh man, and kicked his ass. It was awesome because he's got like this tank kind of energy, and he just went.
He did look kind of nervous though.
He did. Poor guy.
I can understand because this is his first fight.
Yeah.
In a Sekitori rank.
Yeah.
So I would be nervous too because he's finally there. He's gonna be collecting the paycheck. There's gonna be way more eyes on him. I can understand being nervous, but he really dominated that match.
He really did.
He's really gonna get the hang of it really fast. I think.
He's only 19 years old.
Yeah.
And he's just
a baby.
He is. I like you remember whenever he had that last match in Makushita in the January tournament, right whenever he was, if he won that, he was going to get promoted. Mm-hmm. And he kind of makes these little like scrunched up kind of cry faces. He was just like, and he did cry. I was like, oh, but even after this first Sekitori match, he kind of had that little scrunched up face. He kind of made that little
scrunchy face again. Yeah, I saw that.
I fucking love this kid though. Like I am watching him with great enthusiasm. Like he's a badass fucking wrestler. He's got like the whole future in front of him. Like Atami Fuji is atomic.
And yeah, he's got a cool name, Atami Fuji. Doesn't that sound like some sort of like superhero name?
It does. It really does. I like it. I like it a lot.
That kid's awesome. That kid's going places, I tell you.
He's got moxie. And then the next one.
Yeah. Then the next one that we thought was notable from Juryo was Hiradaumi versus Inho.
Oh man, that was badass, and it was nice to see Inho in form, fucking ducking and dodging,
very fast and erratic, basically fighting like a mad squirrel.
Yes, shifts and hits. It was pretty fucking badass, and he just flopped Hiradaumi's meat. Dominated right there at the fucking, at the edge. That was pretty cool. It was like, yes, that is the Inho I know.
Yes. Hopefully, I'm really hoping that Inho can work his way back up to Makuuchi.
I do too. Whenever he was in Makuuchi, like, he just threw everyone for a loop. But now, there's still some of the same folks that have been in there since the last time he was in. But I think with some of the newer guys, I think everyone has kind of started to kind of get what his technique's all about, but I still think Inho has a whole lot of tricks up his sleeve, and I still think he could surprise us.
Yeah, all the regular Makuuchi guys have kind of got him figured out now.
Yeah.
So if he climbs his way back up there, he's gonna have to pull some other tricks out of his bag.
I think he can.
I think he can too.
Yeah.
I think he's still gonna be one to watch for a while.
Definitely. And then we get to the Makuuchi division.
Yes. So we picked a list of fights that we thought were notable.
Yeah.
From Makuuchi. There's a couple of honorable mention, and then we have a few that we really thought were shining examples of Makuuchi bouts.
Yeah, so these are the ones that really stood out to us on day one. It's the first day of the Basho. People are excited. People are just chomping at the bit, waiting for the action. And this is the action that we saw. So there was Aqua versus Tochinoshin. It was over in a flash.
It was, but I kind of like the energy that Toch put into it.
I know, it's
because
brutal.
He gives that fucking forearm blast right to Aqua's throat and just like brings it up, and like Aqua's head is like...
It was almost like a forearm uppercut, in a way.
And it was. That's a good way to put it. Forearm uppercut.
It just like rung Aqua's bell, totally rung his bell, and like you can see his chin kind of waggle a bit, and then...
And his head tilting all the way back.
And his leg totally just gave
him
way.
Off balance. Yeah.
Watching that in slow motion was just like... And he just crumpled and curled there like a fish.
Like a fish.
Like a fish. He curled up like a fish. So that was, Aqua versus Tochinoshin. And Toch, I know that he hasn't been doing, like, you know, the greatest here lately, and he hasn't had a Kachikoshi, what was it, 7 tournament, something similar. I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to, like, you know, if he ends up retiring soon, and I kind of hope he doesn't, but I know it's inevitable, you know. But if he retires, I hope he goes out with a bang.
I heard a rumor that he is in the middle of building a house in Georgia.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe he's waiting for his house to be finished before he decides to retire, and then
that makes sense.
You know, move back home and start his new life in Georgia as an ex-pro sumo wrestler.
I'm sure he misses home. You know.
Possibly.
And I think because of him and Gagamaru, sumo has gotten really big in Georgia, and there are a lot of amateur sumo wrestlers from Georgia, and I think he's gonna live, you know, his post-sumo life in relative comfort and popularity, you know, so good for him.
I'm kind of thinking of, it makes me think of Konishiki.
Yeah.
It kind of makes me think of Konishiki and how after his pro sumo career, he went back to Hawaii, and he's just done so much for the younger generation there in Hawaii and doing all of this stuff, giving back to the community, and really inspired a lot of, you know, younger Hawaiians to start to get into sumo. If not pro sumo, then definitely amateur sumo.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely, because we saw those guys in the last...
the championships in Vegas?
Yeah, the championships.
Oh, those Hawaiian boys were mean.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm hoping something like that happens with Tochinoshin out in Georgia, too.
Oh, I think it's already that's already being fostered.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So, Toch! And then the next bout that we saw that was noteworthy was Ooh-wee-oo. Chiotaru, ooh-wee-oo, Chiotaru. Oh, my voice is still so bad.
That is a deeply obscure reference.
I know. And my voice is still assy.
We've already been called out for our obscure references and inside jokes.
Whatever. But Koto Echo versus
You're just not
Chiotaru.
Cool if you don't understand. Yeah, Koto Echo versus Chiotaru.
Yeah, so Koto Echo was doing great. He went in there, got a good grip on the belt, doing those bunny humps, you know, pushing Chiotaru onto the Tawara, and then right at the very edge, he had that momentum. He was using his belly to prop him up, you know, getting some forward momentum. Then Chiotaru put him into that underarm lock and then fucking lifted him up like a basket of laundry, and then Corey Morrisoned his ass to the outside of the ring. So Corey's got some wicked edge game, you know. So Corey, you know, you might think that you're doing good taking Corey to the edge until he plants himself and then uses your own momentum against you and tosses your ass out.
For those who just got here, that's the
Dallas Sumo Club Oyakata.
Yes, the Oyakata of the Dallas Sumo Club.
And he's getting really fucking good at what he does. He's got a pretty mean style of sumo. But seriously, that's what that reminded me of. Chiotaru fucking, like, you know, was kind of getting pushed to the edge by Koto Echo, locked his arms, you know, locked Koto Echo's arms, and then just flopped him to the side. Just fucking turned himself into a fucking fulcrum and just bloop, threw him out. That was some fucking crafty ass sumo. And that is definitely something I expected to see from someone like Chiotaru.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, then we had Toby Zaru and Wakamoto Haru.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That was actually good. And what I really liked is, like, there at the beginning, Toby Zaru kind of had, like, his little pre-bout ritual. He has, like, that little monkey hop.
Yeah, his little excited monkey dance sort of thing.
I used to read this karate, like, sports manga back in the day. It was, like, called The Little Prince of Karate Minoru something. I don't know. But anyway, he had, like, this friend that was, like, an undercover ninja that was trying to convince him to be a ninja. And they made his ninja name Toby Zaru, you know, meaning, like, leaping monkey. And that's how the manga translated it, was leaping monkey. So it totally reminded me of that. I know Toby Zaru himself, the Rikishi likes to say flying monkey. But
Yeah.
I don't know. That was a bit of a leap more than fly. So I'm still sticking with Leaping Monkey. So thank you, Leaping Monkey.
Well, then he ended up winning that bout.
He did.
By
He did.
Oshitaoshi.
Yeah, with some
And
monkey
then-
business.
Yeah. And then at the end, he does this sort of triumphant stance at the edge of the dojo.
Whatever. He like puts his hand on his hips, and it kind of looks like he might be trying to adjust his mawashi, but he makes that face. He's
got this like sneer on his face.
I didn't think it was like a sneer. It's kind of more of like a yeah kind of thing, or maybe he was trying really hard not to smile and gloat, so he's like trying to force himself to not smile by going. You know.
I'm sure he felt very proud of himself.
Yeah, that was a really good victory. That was some aggressive fucking sumo, and just that fucking Oshitaoshi victory was fucking great.
Well, given his performance with Hakuho last July, you know,
yeah.
it was pretty awesome to see him win using such aggressive sumo.
Yeah, that you know, kind of dancing around Hakuho, you know, doing those like, you know, magic spell hand undulations at him. Hakuho like, come on,
trying to hypnotize him.
He didn't have to do that with Wakamoto Haru. He just went in there and just manhandled him.
Fuck yeah.
All right, so then the next one was Takayasu and Okonomi. So Takayasu had his rank frozen since he had to miss the January Basho because of the whole, you know, fucking COVID thing.
His whole catching COVID.
I know, right?
Yeah, poor guy.
So he had a birthday recently. He has turned 32 years old, and he has a second child. And
A daughter?
Yeah, it just seems like everything just kind of come flooding back to him. As soon as that Tachiai happened with Okonomi, it almost just seems like you could see his body just reacting. You could see his muscles clench. You could see like that muscle memory just starting to take over and his instincts and like...
And then he pulls out that Uwatanage.
Fuck yeah. But it was cool because you could tell he was relishing the bout for a moment, just for a few seconds there. You know, you could just tell he was like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, I love this. This is what I'm all about. Uwatanage. It was really fucking cool. And then like poor Okinoumi just kind of got twirled, and you know, he's just still kind of still spinning whenever he realized what had happened. So, but that was a good victory for Takayasu, and it was nice to see that he's in good form, especially after all the injuries and shit that he's had, you know, last couple of years. That kind of reminded me of, you know, old school Takayasu, you know, the one that used to do the shrug, you know, the
Yeah, the tough guy shrug.
I wonder if he did it and they just didn't show it on TV.
Maybe.
I'm convinced he did. That's why he
Maybe.
won.
I've been thinking about that though. Like, what has he been up to since he had that break? Has he been just resting, and like that's why he's got all this energy coming back to the tournaments now? Has he been training his ass off?
I bet he
Like-
was able to, you know, just get some good rest in and some good healing time in, and then
He may have also just been bored. You know?
probably maybe that's nervous, bored energy. Like, oh my god, just let me throw somebody.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure he got to during training and stuff, but still, that's not really the same as
Yeah,
you
like
know,
an
actually
actual
being
bout.
at the tournament.
So after that was Ichinojo versus Abi. Now I've been really liking Abi being on fire here lately, you know, but it just seems like he got doused a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
But you know, Ichinojo's no fucking slouch. Ichinojo's a mean motherfucker. He's like a bull. I know we just keep talking about bulls today, but seriously, he is. He's. So what had happened was, you know, Abi did his regular, you know, right off the Tachiai, you know, both arm Tsupari attack.
Yeah,
and
he had good Tsupari right off the Tachiai, but then he
He-
made that
that
he thought he
pull.
could make that grab, and
he thought he could do
Onosho
a
was
cool
just too
pulling
clever.
technique. Oh, Ichinojo, in the split second that Abi realized that pull technique was a mistake, Ichinojo had already fucking just got enough momentum. All it took was just a split second. Just a hair, and Ichinojo fucking just railroaded him out of the fucking ring. But that was a good bout, but I was like, oh, come on, Abi. And you could tell the look on Abi's face, you know, like right whenever it was over, he was pulling, you know, the little starched hangy downs, you know, on his fucking mawashi. He was pulling those off and just made that face like, oh, man.
Oh, he looked so disappointed.
He did.
Wait, what did you call it? You called it his thiz face?
His thiz face. We saw Abi's thiz face. It's true.
But is this his first time at Sekiwake?
I think it's his first. Yeah, it's his first time at Sekiwake,
Yeah,
but he's been
so
in
it's gonna get
Sanyaku
tough.
before.
Yeah.
What was it? Like a few. It was 2018 we were watching. I think it was 2018, 2019. He was a Komusubi before. Before, you know, we got demoted and all that stuff. So it's not his first foray into the Sanyaku ranks, but I do believe it's his first time at Sekiwake.
Well, then after that, there was Ichinojo versus Mataki. Matakiumi's Ozeki debut.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Ichinojo really did come in pretty fast and hard, plowing into him, but then as Ichinojo's back kind of like came up against the edge of the dojo, Takayumi was just able to get in there and get low and get under his arms, and then
he just kind of got like either at the same level, maybe a little bit below Ichinojo's center of gravity, and then just kind of lifted him up, threw his ass out. It's kind of, oh man, I just witnessing that's kind of what I need to do for my own sumo, is start to be able to do like a quick on the fly calculation of someone's weight, where their center of gravity is, and like, you know, their movements, and just figure out how to just like toss them out real quick.
Yeah, it's like body chess.
Body
or something.
chess.
I don't know.
You got to kind of have
that same kind of tactical logic.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's not like you really have to know physics, like the math of physics, but you have to know the movement and the feel of physics. I thought that's really fucking cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the next bout that was very noteworthy was Takakesho versus Ura. And so Ura is, of course, true to form, starts really low, kind of does that, hits you with his head and his hands, tachi-ai, that's below waist level, but Takakesho was having none of that.
Takakesho with that harite.
Oh, that slap, and fucking Ura just like ducks. That was like,
he just does like some last minute, like he's basically the Jackie Chan of sumo. I'm convinced now. Ura is the Jackie Chan of sumo.
But just the fact that he was, dodging and moving and just has such a frenetic style, and then Takakesho, just pushed his ass out, just fucking, it was. There was just no stopping him. As soon as he had a hold with that first Supari attack, it was over.
Mm-hmm. He's been looking really good. I guess whatever's been ailing him lately must have subsided.
I hope so.
Yeah. Well, after that one, we have Shoudai versus Daesho.
Oh, her boyfriend.
Yeah. Well,
he's not feeling it right now. So Shoudai is, we think he might maybe have the long COVID. He's kind of got that hoarse voice, and really he was trying to train with the Makuuchi guys before the fucking tournament, and was saying he was getting winded and some phlegm.
Well, the initial tachi-ai looked like it was going to be really good for Shoudai.
I thought it was too.
But as soon as Daesho landed a good, what do you call those?
Nodawa?
Yeah. Nodawa? Yeah, he just fucking moshed Shoudai's ass
out. He did. Yeah, as soon as he got that one good Nodawa attack and held Shoudai at bay, Shoudai's momentum kind of stopped there for a second, and then just moshed his ass right out the fucking ring. Daesho is just, you don't want to get caught in that fucking piston attack. That's just a fucking brutal fucking... And I just love his battle faces, too. Daesho always has the best battle faces.
Yeah, I'm really starting to kind of get a thing for Daesho now, too.
Yeah.
I kind of see where everybody else was into him before, where I was still like, I don't know about Daesho, but I'm kind of starting to see it now.
Yeah, and that's I came around. Like, at first I was like, who's this motherfucker? And then after he won, what was it, January 2021?
Was it? Oh,
I think it was January 2021.
A lot has happened since then.
Yeah, a lot has happened. But Daesho won a January Basho, and I thought it was really fucking cool. And ever since then, I've been rooting for him.
I want to see him fight a giraffe.
God damn it. And then the final noteworthy bout of the day one versus Haas.
Hoshoryu.
Poor Haas, man. Okay, so he's got Asashoryu all up his ass.
Yeah, he had to block him on Twitter.
I know. And it's just like, come on, uncle, just leave me alone. Let me do my sumo. But it's just, I know Asashoryu is a Yokozuna, and he was really badass at what he did, but I just really think that he's just kind of being a backseat driver to Hoshoryu's fucking career. It's like, let Haas get his own merit. Let Haas just do his own thing. He doesn't have to ride on your coattails, Asashoryu, motherfucker.
Well, I mean, it's been getting to his head, Yeah. Which you can't really say that's the reason why he didn't win the bout with Terunofuji, because it's fucking Terunofuji.
I know. I mean, it's Terunofuji. He wasn't going to win that. But whether or not Asashoryu was up his ass, but I think I saw a tweet that he posted right after that fight, and it just said, "Sumo alert, Zero, and then had a bunch of like crying, laughing faces. It's like, you motherfucker. But I did see a couple of people kind of have some good retorts. Be like, oh, Zero, just like your last dozen or so fights with Hakuho. And I was like, oh, burned.
Dang.
I know, man. That was
throwing that sumo shade.
I know. But seriously, I think Hoshoryu is doing really well for himself. He did really good fucking Last Basho, even though he kind of, Komusubi is a rough fucking position to take. It really is. Komusubi is that meat grinder position, and then having to face the Yokozuna first thing.
Now he's got it out of the way.
Yeah.
He's got the way.
He's got to fight all of the other tough folks now.
Right. But that was going to be the toughest one. We all knew Terunofuji was going to be his toughest bout. So getting that out of the way on day one, it can only go up from here.
True.
Hopefully.
Terunofuji was looking pretty fucking good, though. I mean, he was just raging, just went in there like a goddamn Torosaurus or a motherfucking Styracosaurus. Fucking just booshed.
Just keep naming off dinosaurs.
Poor Hoshoryu being the Gallimimus fucking in the way.
That poor... poor guy. Yeah.
I know. But still, that was a good opening bout of the night.
All right, we've got some honorable mention bouts that we wanted to talk about now.
Yeah.
First on the list is Takakesho versus Meisei.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Meisei ended that fight pretty quickly
and
decisively, I think. He seemed to approach it very confidently, and we're hoping that this will set the tone for him for the rest of the tournament.
He was very authoritative with, it was just, you get down there. I was like, all right, Meisei, you fucking... And Takakesho, he's got some powerful eyebrows, but fortunately not powerful enough sumo on day one.
Right.
So then there was Koto Shoho and Chiyomaru. So this is Koto Shoho's return to Makuuchi after winning the Juryo Yusho. And he just kind of knocked Chiyomaru's dick in the dirt.
Yeah, he really did.
That was a pretty good opening salvo for his, return to Makuuchi. And Chiyomaru, I do love Chiyomaru, and he is part of my fantasy sumo lineup, but he just...
I don't want to talk about fantasy sumo.
I know. Mine's kind of fucked up right now. So
we'll get to that in a minute.
Before we come clean about our fantasy sumo scores, we're going to move on to the last honorable mention, which was Tamawashi versus Waka Taka Kage. It was pretty much over the instant it began. It was fun to watch, though. It was just, it was over maybe within a second or two by, what was it? Hikyotoshi. And that's all he did. He just kind of, there was that initial charge. Waka Taka Kage just kind of got Tamawashi's hand, just yanked him down, and fucking boom. It was over.
Yeah, done deal.
So Waka Taka Kage's looking pretty good too, he's just sitting there being all muscly and fucking throwing people around. So I'm watching him. I think he's going to be good. I think he's going to kick some ass. So watching Waka Taka Kage, definitely going to kind of keep my eye on Koto Shoho, certainly watching Meisei, and then everybody else that we've named in our noteworthy bouts, I'm pretty much going to be keeping an eye on all of them. Especially Atama Fuji and his little cheeks. Oh my god, those cheeks.
So that does it for the notable bouts from day one of the Haru Basho. Now, through the magic of editing, we bring you day two.
All right. So the notable bouts for day two. So the first one that we noticed was Aqua versus Kagayaki. And Aqua didn't actually try to spam the Kakanage this time. He actually did sumo.
Yeah.
He's still got a really good look in those powerful leg muscles. But then...
Oh, yeah, dude. I fucking love Aqua's leg muscles.
I know. I was like, Jesus, I didn't know. I mean, they're almost Takara Fuji level. Just
it's
those...
like he has no fat on his legs. It's just all muscle.
And veins. It's just vein and muscle.
Yeah, like a dick.
But then, no matter how good his legs were looking at the time, Kagayaki just oshi right in the fucking throat and just flung him off the doyo so hard.
Oh, God.
He landed on O Naruto Oyakata, or the former Ozeki Dejima.
Digimon.
And he looked like he might have been injured. He looked pretty hurt. He was just kind of over on his side, like, fuck.
Yeah, like maybe Aqua landed on his foot or something.
Yeah,
they were really checking him out. I don't know. He was like holding his foot or his ankle or something like that.
Yeah,
we tried to look. It might have been bad.
Yeah, we tried to check Nikon Sports, but the language barrier thing kind of made it hard. But yeah, that was pretty brutal looking.
We don't talk Japanese too good around these parts. We're trying, though. We're learning.
Yeah. I'm starting to recognize kanji now, which is really cool.
Like every 87th kanji character, maybe, we can recognize. But anyway, another notable bout from day 2 was Chiotaru versus Miogiryu. So Miogiryu starts thrusting away, no mercy, straight up Cobra Kai'd that ass.
No mercy.
Chiotaru looked more aggressive at the Tachiai, but Miogiryu countered with some hardcore Harite. Then Chiotaru kind of misjudged, trying to pull off a pulling sort of technique, kind of like what Abi did yesterday in day 1.
I kind of noticed that.
Yeah, but got thrown out of the dojo by Miogiryu, and he landed on the edge of the dojo so hard, he broke a piece off of it.
I was like, what the hell? Have you ever hit anything so hard you break a fucking piece off of it? Jeez.
That ass. That was, I've never seen the dojo crumble like that before. That must have, I guess it's kind of a good thing that it's not made out of a harder material, because then there would be a lot more injuries. But man, they had to kind of in between bouts.
Yeah, they had like a half
later,
time.
Kind of trying to patch it up a little bit.
Yeah, there's 5 Yobadashi just fucking going away.
Yeah, that was pretty fucking hardcore.
Then there was Toby Zaru versus Aoyama. This
was a good one.
Yeah, this was really fucking cool. So Aoyama definitely dominated at the Tachiai. You could hear just that boosh.
I love seeing him with that much energy.
Yeah, he was super ag.
Fuck yeah, I was like, go titties, yeah!
And then, right after the Tachiai, he just administered a thrust that just immediately stood Toby Zaru straight up, and he couldn't recover a lower center of gravity. Aoyama just locked up his right arm, went for a belt grip, kind of danced him around the dojo a bit, and then just landed one good last Norawa attack, and then gently pushed him out.
Just kind of held on to him at the edge of the dojo so he wouldn't fall.
And then Toby Zaru's holding on to his hand, oh. It was actually kind of oh, because
it was kind of sweet. Yeah, it was. That Aoyama's a stand-up guy. He'll help you stand up.
All right, and then after that, the next notable bout in our perspective was Kerebeyama and Haas.
Hoshoryu, yeah.
Hoshoryu. Oh man, so they both have that that kind of Mongolian wrestling style of, it's just very throw centric. They're all about those throws. So whenever they're both going for throws, they're both attacking and defending. It really just looks like it's just they're slapping the shit out of each other's hands. It's just lots of hand harite, but they kind of, push and thrust for a moment, kind of get locked up. But Hoshoryu kept the pressure on Kerebeyama right up into the edge. And then Kerebeyama just seized this fucking moment.
Crucial
fucking moment. And then just went to fucking Uwatanage Hoshoryu. And he Uwatanaged him so fucking hard. He had so much torque on it. He twisted his own self over. He kind of went off the side of the
He knocked his own dick into the dirt with that one.
He did. Poor Hoshoryu. He just looked so dejected though. He's just like, man, I'm not even looking at Twitter for the next 5 days.
Oh, well, you heard about that one dude on Twitter who told who told his uncle to, what did he tell him?
Oh no,
go
it was
suck
on
a dick or something.
Yeah, Asashoryu fucking just posted a laughing emoji with with tears. It was like a crying laughing emoji, and that's what the tweet was. And then just someone just suck a dick. and I went back to take a screenshot, and it was gone in English.
Yeah.
It was in English. I was like, damn. Yeah, it disappeared. That would have been fucking hilarious.
Man, sumo Twitter's getting heated.
I know. It really is.
Oh,
man.
shit. Well, after that one, the next notable bout was Wakataka Kage versus Onosho.
Oh, yeah.
It was over pretty fast when Wakataka Kage straight up executed Onosho with that Yoritaoshi like he was a fucking slaughtered hog or something. And you could tell on Onosho's face, too, afterward that,
He was like,
he
oh.
knew.
Yeah, he knew. He knew. He just got his meat flopped.
Fuck yeah, dude. Well, then after that, there was Ura versus Mataki.
That was a good fucking bout.
So Ura started low at the Tachiai, but Mataki was a little bit faster, caught him under the arms, and stood him up. Ura tried to rally, but he kept going for a low stance, tried to maybe do a leg pick or something, but Mataki just lifted him up, threw him out, and then Ura landed on yet another shinpon. The former Miyabayama. Ura, being ever so well-mannered as he is, had to take a moment to apologize to everyone he fell atop of.
He bows to them all. He apologizes.
Oh, yes.
He bows to each one individually.
Profusely is the term I would use.
Yeah, and Mataki just waited for him.
Yeah, he was being respectful as well. Mataki just stood there quietly waiting for Ura to finish so that he could help him back up onto the dojo.
Yeah, just outstretched his hand, and Ura was like, "Oh yeah, thanks." Just kind of just really gracious. And to me, that was like, I thought that was like the Hinkaku of a Yokozuna.
Those were some bro moves.
That was really some brotastic moments.
That was just a whole bunch of bro shit. They were thrown down at the bro basho.
Oh shit! So next after that, I thought this one was fucking great. It was Ichinojo and Takakesho. And Ichinojo, he knows what Takakesho's about. Takakesho has those fucking thrusting piston ass arms, and if you get caught up in that shit, your ass is just getting fucking pushed out. It's just, that's how he does it. But Ichinojo I've never seen him move that fast. He just fucking closes that gap, lightning speed, right at the Tachiai, and he got that outside grip, and then just kind of quietly escorted him out.
Yeah, Ichinojo's got a lot of power and strength behind all of that bulk, but you don't typically see him going, with much speed,
Yeah, I was,
so
super
him and Aoyama
impressed.
Were both very, very fast today. I really liked seeing that from those guys.
Oh, fuck yeah. And then there was, the coup de grace.
Oh, yeah.
The creme de la creme.
Oh, man.
So it was Terunofuji versus Daesho. Motherfucking Daesho. Holy shit. So whenever it comes to pushers and thrusters, I just love Daesho's style just because he's just so fast. He's got so much pressure. And those battle faces, just fucking love those battle faces.
Fuck yeah, dude. He just looks so determined.
And just like, I got this shit. But Terunofuji looked really fucking good at the Tachiai. Just slammed his arm, elbow, shoulder kind of fucking part of his arm, just right up on Daesho.
Well, then Daesho does this sort of backwards pivot thing.
He kind of twirled back into the, kind of pivoted back to his left, and then fucking Terunofuji just kind of skirted on past him, and then you could tell Daesho...
He got that distance.
Yeah, as soon as he got that distance, you saw that look on his face, and he throws his hands in fucking Terunofuji's face, ha, I got you, or I'm picking you out.
Psych him out,
yeah.
Like he would with a charging bull.
Yeah, he did. He fucking psyched him out, and then just started thrusting the shit out of him, fucking Tsupari'd his ass, all the way, and he was twirling him, he got to the side and to the back of him, so by the time he pushed him out, he was behind Terunofuji.
Dude, that wasn't just luck, that was pure skill.
That was fucking skill. And what was kind of sad is that Terunofuji's face is not another Kenboshi.
Aww.
And he looked bum, and his chonmage wasn't even askew. It was still perfectly in place. Of course, Daesho's is all over the place because he's just just pushing with all of his might.
Bam, 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 bam.
That's bad if you get beaten so badly that your chonmage is just still in its same spot.
Still perfectly coiffed.
I know. Come on, Teru. I know what you got. Hey, I'm not trying to downplay anything that Daesho did. I'm super proud of that boy, but come on, guy.
Maybe he just ate some bad chonko for breakfast.
Oh, it's probably true. He maybe just had indigestion.
Yeah. Some honorable mentions. Indo versus Meisei. Very good textbook Owatanage by Endo.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
Then we had Tamawashi versus Abi. Basically just Abi doing what Abi does. Very fast, pushing and thrusting. It was over fairly quickly.
Yeah, but Abi is looking better today than yesterday.
Yeah.
But I'm still excited about him. I still like, I still think he has what it takes to at least be in the running for the Yusho.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm still gonna be keeping a close eye on Abi because I mean that kid's going places.
Definitely, I think he could definitely have an Ozeki run sometime in 2022, maybe at the latest 2023. But I think we may be seeing an Ozeki Abi. I'm calling it. I'm calling it now.
Abi.
And if I'm wrong, like a year from now, you can, I don't know. I'll think of a good punishment. Maybe it'll be your call. Whatever. But
you make Chanko for whoever calls it.
I might. That's not a bad idea. I will. I'll make you Chanko.
We gotta practice making Chanko anyway.
Yeah, I know, for real. But whenever we started doing our podcast, we also started doing fantasy sumo, and the first time that I got pretty
Anyone
bad.
who listened to the last episode will be very familiar.
With our fucking fantasy sumo league. So as of right now, I have 8 points at the end of day 2.
I have 4.
No, but it's not too late. Some shit still could turn around. You never know.
I don't know, man. I never know how to pick these things because I think I just pick them based on who I want to see win.
Yeah.
And not even necessarily like, okay, who's got the better record? Or like with...
That's what I get for choosing Chiyomaru, because like I only picked him just because I just like the way he looks.
Yeah, that's how I was with the last level of
Chionokuni?
Yeah, that's how I was with Chionokuni. That's how I thought it was, Chionokuni. Chionokuni lingers.
No! Oh my god.
But he did pretty good today too.
Yeah, he really did. He did.
Yeah.
That was pretty badass.
So I got at least 1 point from him.
All right, so that's the end of day 2. More than likely, we'll probably be back with more Basho coverage on the next week. And you will also be able to see this on Spotify.
Well, they'd be listening to this on Spotify, not seeing it.
Oh, did I say seeing?
Yeah.
Well, you could see. You're when you're looking at an app, you're seeing the search results.
I'm just giving you shit. Yeah, I'm just giving you shit. No, we're on Spotify now. Yeah, we totally did that. Mostly because it was free.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to listen to our podcast without having to fuck around with YouTube, you can now do that through Spotify. I'm also trying to get into the Google Podcasts and the Apple Podcasts. So I'm getting all that stuff set up, and pretty soon that'll be on there as well.
Hell yeah.
So keep an eye out for that.
So we're getting our shit figured out. We're expanding our reach.
Another thing that some people might find really cool is I will eventually be setting up a Patreon for Sumo Punx with all sorts of bonus clips,
God.
outtakes, and bloopers.
You want to hear embarrassing stories from my childhood? Jesus.
Of course.
You thought the Vanilla Ice haircut was bad. Oh, God. The Urkel outfit when I was 4 was also really bad.
Or what do you call those pants?
The hammer pants?
Zubaz.
Oh, my God. My Aunt Susie made me all kinds of... Oh, these were pre-Zubaz. These were straight up hammer pants.
Oh, yeah?
They were big, billowy, gaudy hammer pants. And I sported those shits. It was fucking awesome. I was the coolest kid in the 3rd grade.
Well, keep an eye out for our Patreon to pop up so that you can hear about Matt's hammer pants.
Fuck yeah, hammer pants.
Besides that, you know where else to find us. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter as
Punx
Sumo,
Sumo.
not Sumo Punx, because I fucked up the Twitter account. And
you'll have to live with that mistake for the rest of your life.
You know what? I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Making mistakes is part of growing and becoming a more self-actualized human being.
Yeah, fuck it.
So I'm good with it.
At
Fuck it.
Punk Sumo.
We'll do it live.
We're doing it live.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening.
That's our show.
Listen to us again in about a week when we do... Oh, what will that be? Like day 7 and 8?
Day 7 and 8.
Yep. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.